everyone, it's me, Johnny Dean, and right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a review on this Gem Jr. guitar. Okay, now I want to get into a few things before I do this. First and foremost, I'm gonna be reviewing my guitars, but I'm not gonna be reviewing the guitars I don't like that much. Okay. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to put no negativity on no guitar or its brand. Now, I am not endorsed by nobody. I am not endorsed by nobody. Um, a little bit about my playing and stuff. Well, I got my first guitar when I was 8 years old, 7 years old, in the mid 70s. And since I was 16, I have performed over 1,400 shows, gigs in my life, and the last count was 2020. From theaters and festivals to you name it. And I've been there, traveled, toured, recorded, started my recordings in when I was 16. So, I also want to say a few things, okay? Budget guitars are good guitars, okay? In other words, when I was growing up, it's a lot different now than it was then. Uh, you get the technology alone is good because they use the technology now, and they have been uh, to design the guitars. Uh, perfect, perfect, and they make the guitars a lot more precise now than they did back then. And so the budget guitar, I don't like to use the word cheap at all because to some people, cheap guitar means it's for a beginner. It's for a beginner, or it's no good. It's cheap. I also want to stress the fact that if it ain't made in America, means it's a bad guitar. Heh, wrong. Now, on the subject of guitars, as we go into this, and this is the first of my series of reviews, okay? I've owned over 50 guitars in my life. I can't tell you how many amps. I cannot tell you how many strings. I can't tell you how many chords. I can't tell you how many hotel rooms. None of that. Because there have been times where I've actually bought good guitars at pawn shops. Yes, pawn shops. So, if you're the $3,000 guitar guy and that's all you care about, and all you care about is American made, well, go find another channel. Flat out, go find another channel. It ain't happening here. Not to say that I don't like American guitars, American made guitars. I've owned several of them. $1,000 plus guitars made in America. Great guitars. So, my point being is we're talking about my collection right here. Okay? Every guitar player is different. Every guitar sound is different. It's by the pick. By the way, I'm using a Grip Reaper pick. I'm not endorsed by Grip Reaper picks, but I love to pick. It's got diamond cut in it with sand, and I have a jazz thickness to it. I'm not endorsed by nobody, And I'm not looking to be endorsed by nobody. Okay, that's out of the way. So, what I am doing is my first review on one of my guitars. Okay, so we're looking at the Jem Jr. guitar. Now, for me, and I've owned a lot of guitars, all kinds of guitars. This guitar, you cannot, for the money that you pay on this guitar, you're getting every dollar worth of it. Okay, the trem, yeah, for you Floyd Rose people out there, yeah, it's not Floyd Rose. No, no, it's not. But I will tell you this: it works just as good, it's just as efficient as any floating tremolo. Probably, it's comparable. Unless you're gonna really wang this thing to death, this thing is all you need. Okay, stays in tune the whole 9 yards. All right. What I like about this guitar is the Vine of Life inlays. Okay. No, it's not the $3, $4, $10, $20,000 guitar. No, we're just talking a couple $100 here, and that's good for me. It's a professional musician who's played with some of the most legendary people in the world. Okay, so let's get to the point. We're doing a sound run on here. Okay, I want you to hear the sound. Okay, so we're running clean. We're running clean. Now, what I'm going to start out doing is I'm going to start on every example on this guitar. I'm going to start out from the neck, and then we're going to go from the neck to the middle, which is single coil, and then we're going to go from the single coil alone, and then we're going to go from the single coil with the bridge, and then we're going to go with just the bridge, the humbucker. Okay, and you'll hear the sound, the difference in the sound, the loudness, the sound, the tone. Okay, now my tone might be different than yours because different amps. Remember that. Amplifiers are so important. So remember that. All right, so let's get this rolling here. Got the neck pickup alone, right? Okay, that's the neck pickup. Okay, now we are on the neck and the middle position. A little bit quiet, a little bit twangy. But you'll find out it's also a little bit muddy when I switch onto the pedals. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right. Now, we're at the single coil right here. The single coil in the middle. Interesting. But they've been doing it for years. I like P90s, but I also like humbuckers. I love my Telecaster. I love it. I like the Gretsch. But that's what makes every guitar a little bit different. No two guitars are the same. Now, the pick and the fingers, I play classical, play jazz. I toured the world in blues. I play heavy metal, rock, flamenco, and country. So, there's a lot of variety that I play. So every setting is going to be different, whatever I'm playing. Okay? So I'm just clean right now. So now we are right here on the middle pickup, a single coil. And it has that twang. It does have a little twang to it. Okay. So now we're going down to the bridge, and we got the single coil with the humbuckers combined. Okay? Still about the same sound level. A little bit more muddy. Alright, now the bridge. Louder. Brighter. Yeah. So there it is, right there. All clean. Quick run through. Quick. By the way, my tone knob is all the way up. Right here, the neck. Middle. Bridge. There you go. Now, on pedals, I'm not a pedal guy. Unless I need the pedal. Like, depending on what I'm doing. In my life, playing different kinds of music, of course, I use pedals. But not always. When I play the blues, I don't necessarily use a pedal. Depending on my amp and the situation, and depending on if it's blues rock or not. Because there is a difference with blues rock. Okay? But that's a whole different topic. So, what I'm using here is a Blues Junior, or not a Blues Junior, Blues Driver pedal. Now, first and foremost, don't let these pedals fool you, okay? Just because it says blues on it does not mean that you are going to get the blues sound. Hell no, you are not getting a blues sound. It's the same thing with the heavy metal distortion. What is that? What is that? That ain't Black Sabbath, is it? No, you can't go by that. When they say, when they usually think the mojo pedal. What the hell does mojo mean? They try what they want you into the blues, For me, those are marketing tools that sell a lot of pedals. So before you buy a pedal, make sure, if you can, to try it out. Okay? There are a ton of pedals out there, and a lot of the most expensive ones, not all, but a lot of them, are sold simply by either the name of the pedal or by the brand. So that's a whole different topic, but always try it first. Okay? So I got the Blues Driver. And like I said, It don't make anyone good. It don't give anyone a good blues sound. I'm not looking for that. I'm just here to kind of give it a boost for the guitar and add a little bit of distortion. Because that's basically what it is, a distortion pedal and a boost pedal. Alright, so here we are. The blues driver off, blues driver on. Let me bring up the volume. Okay. Blues driver off, blues driver on. Here we are, neck pickup. Alright, here we are. We got neck, middle. Now you can hear the volume. You can hear the volume. The volume drops with these two. Okay? And it's a little bit more dark. Alright. Middle pickup. Single coil only. I like the single coils. I'm partial to that, but it depends on my mood. Okay, now we got the bridge with the single coil. Try this. The volume's still down a little bit, yeah, and a little bit murky. All right, now we're down to the bridge pickup, the humbuckers. A little bit louder, yeah. A little bit brighter. All right, now the big muff. Okay, that's my fuzz. Okay, I have different fuzz pedals, but we're gonna try the big muff. All right, let's try it again. Neck pickup. All right, and neck, middle. All right, single coil. I like that. But listen, I don't know if you could hear it or not. Of course, with the single coil, you're going to get a little bit of sound. You're going to get a little bit of buzz, humming, a little bit of hum, a little bit of buzz. But it's the same with all guitars with the singles. Okay, so now we're at the bridge and the single together. All right, now the bridge, humbucker. The bridge. It's louder and it's brighter. In fact, it's a lot brighter. So let's try Now it's all clean. Watch this. What I like about this guitar a lot, it is so versatile. It is. Listen to this. Watch this. You hear that? Okay, here we go. These two pickups are here, the neck and the middle. Middle, right there. All right. Now we got the bridge in the middle. Now, right here, and we're all clean. Right here, we got the bridge, the humbucker. A lot louder and actually brighter. It might not sound that bright to you, but it is actually. But this guitar is another thing about this guitar I like is some people don't like these boards. The radius is just really whack on this guitar. The radius. It is as flat as you can get. The fretboard is exactly. I mean, it's flat. In other words, there is no little comfort zone around the corners. It is really flat, and that they say is because it's meant for speed. Okay, And what I like about this too is it goes 24 frets. That, my friends, is the high E. So you got the low E, then you got up here your 12th fret E, or my apologies, right here, 12th fret E, and then all the way up here. In order to get this note on most guitars, you got to bend your ass off to get up there and hope that you don't break a string. But by being it, and then also the way it's carved in here, you can bend this E string up and actually go. You could probably go up to probably 4 steps up to the A note, just here. Okay, so yeah, and don't let the whammy bar fool you because. The whammy bar does its job, but don't forget that you do stuff like. So that is my little presentation of this guitar. Budget guitar. Don't call it a cheap guitar. It might be cheap in money, but that doesn't make it any worse. If you are